Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I want to talk to you today on a wonderful subject matter. And truly, I wished I had a monitor or a prompter so I can give you this information as I have written it down. And I do that because I'd like for you to see my eyes so you can relate where I'm relating and we can understand each other. However, I don't have this prompter or this monitor, and so I'm going to have to read it because I want you to get the information which I have put together here for you. Now, I could kind of just go for it, but I don't want to go for it. I want to give it to you as I have put it down. My subject matter is God or not. And it goes something like this. The whole problem with civilization seems to stem from the haves and the have-not syndrome. Some say it started in heaven. Here, God is the source of all. Yet, another wanted to excel beyond God. Many have called this the seed of competition. But why? Why would one want to surpass the authority of God? Is it to make heaven better for those that live there? Or is it to serve some selfish ambition, to be the one? Perhaps the answer can be found within the mysteries of social existence on planet Earth. Is the plan of society to make Earth a place where everyone and all people can engage life and reap rewards that bring greater satisfaction to them all? Is that the purpose of life? Of course not. Within every country, the population experienced dire poverty for many, while a fewer number engage abnormal wealth and prosperity. This is also the reality among nations. Many, because of their economic growth or lack thereof, are referred to as third world, while others are experiencing economic boom. So, a dreamer would interpret this outcome, whether on earth or in heaven, as an attempt, not for the betterment of either place, but rather a posturing to become superior or better than others, not due to serving them, but rather have them serve you. Selfishness. Serving God translates into serving one another for the benefit of all. Serving self translates into the 1%ers and the 99%ers. Now, the tools of selfishness are, or should I say the tools of selfish advancement are lying, cheating, stealing, killing, laws, money, jails, prisons, capital punishment, and others. Now, I said these are the tools of selfish advancement. Now, this selfish advancement is in high observation today. And $1 billion is being spent to keep it this way, to keep God out. This is a political season. Republicans want their candidate to be U.S. President, 2012. During the primaries, several other Republican candidates told the nation why this Republican who has been chosen isn't fit to be the nation's CEO. Now, Democrats, they want a repeat of the nation's current president. However, the Republicans are informing the nation as to why he should not return. Now, if the people would just review the actions of the past two presidents, both Republican and Democrat, and observe the benefit to the American people, one might agree that if the people are to profit, it will come from another direction or party. Nevertheless, $500 million is being spent to keep the people deceived that the only solution for the future is in the hands of one of these men. Yet there is also another voice out here, a voice that offers freedom, liberty, peace, prosperity, and joy for every American citizen. This includes unlimited, unrestricted education and health care, and careers of choice for every worker. It translates into housing with all the amenities with it that each would require. It means transportation of every sort: car, bus, private, public, train, plane, boat, to any location in the world. It means extended vacations throughout the year for everyone. The total package is the process of causing dreams to come true for every citizen. The requirement is that the people desire such an outcome in their lives, that they take the initiative to secure the election for such a voice as this. Be that as it may, up to $1 billion is being spent to offer a plan that is totally opposite of this view. Being banana. $1 billion is being spent to offer a plan that is totally opposite of this view, and presented with such a magnitude that the people forget or ignore their own best interests. Through this process, the fathers, the mothers, the friends, and associates of the media are so interested in the money that they will, and the law, that they will not dare inform the public of the other voice that has been deemed silent due to a lack of money or the choice to require acceptance on merit and not markets. This is an indication that people have not turned their backs on God. Rather, they do not know God. Those that spend lots of money to protect their interests, those so caught up in the game they are oblivious to their best interests, those that are so after their God, money, until they will leave the public misinformed, ignorant, and thus $1 billion budget to keep God out and the public deceived. What I hate most about the status quo that the people might maintain is that it produces homelessness, the unemployed, low wages, poor health care or lack thereof, limited education access, crime and violence, terrorism, war, and hopelessness. But I believe that the people are stronger than they know. I believe, given the right information, the people will make the right choice. They will choose their dream over special interest. By the power of God, I invoke the spirit of truth to come upon all that hears or sees this message, to stand up and take back that which has been stolen. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I heard that the Fed chairman, Ben Bernanke, came on television. He was reporting to Congress that they better take some action and stop being gridlocked. That the way things are going now into next year, 2013, over 1 million, talking about gaining jobs, over 1 million jobs will be lost. Not only will 1 million jobs be lost, unemployment will go over it for the next couple of years, will be high. Now, this is something that everybody should be concerned about. It doesn't matter, he is saying it doesn't matter whether you got a Republican or whether you got a Democrat. This is the forecast for the United States of America for the next couple of years. Now, I draw this to your attention because I've just got through speaking to you about God or not. I've got the subject matter hopefully in your minds about the haves and the have-nots and what works for the haves and what works against the have-nots. And what works for the haves works against the have-nots, because when you talk about God, God who created everything had a purpose. And that was that the people who lived on earth could take from what God has put in the earth to benefit all their needs. That's God. Now, the not is the selfishness, which takes what God has put here for all and finds some way to extract it for the benefit of the few, the select, the superior ones. And superiority comes from those who claim it themselves. That comes from that 1%. That comes from one who says, there is no God. And I am God. I'm God because I'm smarter than you. And meaning that I lie, cheat, steal, kill, whatever I want to do to have my way. And I pass laws. I put people in position to pass laws to protect me because I am above the law. And they entrap people by coming up. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, the Federal Reserve has not always existed. And it is the Federal Reserve because they named it that. It has nothing to do with you, the people. It has nothing to do with America. It's a private enterprise. And I know you're so busy working, trying to make it from day to day, or playing with your iPods or your Game Boys. You don't focus on things like this. You're not taught and trained to think, to reach out for knowledge. You just get caught up in your own little trip, what somebody says, and then you buy it because you know what your reasons are, and you go with that. But the Federal Reserve is an institution that's been established by that one of selfishness who wants to portray themselves as God. They have produced money, paper, or the idea of money for the purpose of control, and set it up so that every nation uses something called money. And this money is controlled, it is made, issued out, it is, it charges you fees, it charges you interest, it has fiat value, it does everything to capture you, to put chains on you. And you have accepted it. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, that we never had that, and you don't have to have it today. And yet, here's a man who can come and tell the United States Congress, they're your representatives, that if they don't do this or do that, this is the outcome. And this power, ladies and gentlemen, with this money and stuff like this, has the ability to cause depressions, to cause recessions, to start wars, to finance both sides. Look, the devil, which is the author of selfishness, can have no more legitimate concern than the tool of the money. Because the money is projected across the world as the God that you can put your hands on right now. The God that you can see. The God that can move mountains. Not some unseen God somewhere in heaven or locked somewhere in your soul. You get this God in your pocket and your bank account today. You can buy whatever car you want, what kind of home you want, put in it what you want, go where you want, hire people to do things that you want, things that are absolutely stupid and ignorant. They can get you to do it by giving you part of that God. But I come to tell you about another God. A God that will put this God to rest. The God who created you. Ladies and gentlemen, stop it. Stop it. Stop hating one another because you have been trained to do so. Stop believing that you can live a wonderful life. Start asking yourself how. And the way to do it is by making it possible that your neighbors can live a wonderful life. Your wonderful life is wrapped up in their wonderful lives. Their wonderful lives is wrapped up in your wonderful life. Look, there's nothing out here that belongs to any of us. It is all a gift from God. And we don't have the right to snatch another's gift. What we have the right to do is to make that gift as wonderful as we can possibly can, because in doing so, it's coming back to us. I know this sounds crazy to you, but it's the truth. Now, The Democrats and Republicans can offer you nothing better than what you've had under the last two terms, Republican or Democrat. And now here comes someone who is controlling the money, telling you that it's going to be worse. It doesn't matter who comes in office, Republican or Democrat. And you sitting back, not even thinking about a solution. The solution is